Thank you. Hello, everyone. I'll start right away by sharing a hard truth, but a reality check statistics. Among all the startups and projects that I built every year across all industries, 90% survive year one, 80% survive year two, but only 5 to 10% are able to survive in the long run and do some kind of exit. Now, I'm Alex Matsuo. I'm part of the Web3 team, composed of ex-builders in the space and ex-founders. And because we are ex-founders, we understand that hard truth reality of the 5–10%. And we are really here to support all the Web3 ecosystems and Web3 startups to start building on AWS, grow, and scale, both from a technical and a business growth perspective. So our team has been built for 6 years already. We collaborate across all the verticals within the Web3 space. Whether you are an NFT project, CeFi, DeFi, protocol projects, we will support you. And we also work across all the horizontals. So whether you are early stage startups building in your garage, up to the big corporation of this world, we are here with Web3 dedicated program to support your business growth. Now, obviously, what does it mean that we support the Web3 startups? So, one, our core business is on the cloud infrastructure. But again, as ex-founders, we understand that it really requires more than just the tech side for you to succeed and be part of the 10% that succeed in the long run. So our team is solely focused on really solving few key steps for you in your journey. One, fundraising. If you're looking to raise money from pre-seed, seed, up to Series A, we are connected with a whole network of VCs and investors in the space where we can help you raise those funds. Two, on the business growth sides, we have a lot of programs, accelerators, incubators, which you can onboard with us, be part of the AWS network and ecosystem, and then, I would say, enjoy the whole advantage that we can provide from one Amazon perspective. And finally, obviously, visibility is quite key. So we have a few programs in motion around PR, marketing, events, blog posts, case study, where we would be happy to work together. On the top of those external support, so working with you that we are providing, we also developing in-house blockchain product and services. So if you are any project, startups, company, running nodes, querying data on-chain, having anything to do with tokenization, custody, wallet, on-chain transaction, we also have a team dedicated to work and collaborate with you. And because we strongly believe in the Chainlink ecosystem, we have today our blockchain specialist at the back of the room who works on those products and services. So please ping him and reach out to him after this talk to see how we can start right now collaborating and working on your products. So as I mentioned, the key message here is we work across all the Web3 ecosystem, whether you're a protocol, blockchain services or infrastructure, CeFi, DeFi, and so on. We also work with investors, so we create bridges between you, who wants to raise money, and those investors, whether they are generalist investors like A16Z, Sequoia, or Specialist One, the Coinbase Ventures of this world. And one thing that we really heard our Web3 startup is how you can collaborate with the enterprise-grade large corporation of this world, the Nike, Starbucks, who are entering the space. So we are also working with those large corporations who are coming to us, asking for intros for Web3 projects who are solving real use case that they're looking for, and then we facilitate the connection between you and those enterprises. So really here the key message is, if you join AWS, you don't only join the cloud infrastructure, but you are joining a whole holistic ecosystem of collaboration and growth opportunities. As I mentioned, we will help you from ideation to hopefully your IPO, and we have programs in place in each stage and steps of your journey from the beginning of your ideation through the IPO. I won't go through the details of that, but just to give you a quick example, we collaborate. We don't necessarily market it or advertise it, but we collaborate with most of the Web3 players. And so just two examples of how we work with Chainlink is one, we support very strongly the Chainlink Build program. So if you are part of this Build program, please reach out to your counterpart at Chainlink because you can enjoy and onboard as well on AWS program through credits, fundraising, networking and exposure, go-to-market and visibility. And also, we work with Chainlink. We worked with Chainlink on the spring hackathon that they are providing. And same here. If you are part of these Chainlink hackathons, please reach out to your Chainlink account, and then we can also onboard you in our whole programs and network. So now, this was the business side. I will ask Div, who is our blockchain solution architect as well, who will provide some example of how, from a technical perspective, we collaborated with Chainlink.
All right. So before we talk about why AWS is a good place for you to build your Web3 applications, or how we collaborated with Chainlink, let's take a look at the problem that we're solving. It's a very simple problem. It revolves around the premise that blockchains cannot push or pull data from outside world. This isolation, this property of a blockchain is exactly what makes it super secure. But unfortunately, it's also what keeps it from fulfilling 90% of its use cases. So think about how many opportunities you would be able to unlock if you can get data such as real-time pricing for various tokens and securities, right? Or live sporting event outcomes. So this is the problem that Chainlink is solving with a product called Chainlink Functions. How it works is there is a decentralized Oracle network which uses a protocol called off-chain reporting to reach a consensus within the node of the oracles, and then passing that data on-chain. And we're going to take a look at a few examples here in a second. But now that we know that we need outside data, let's take a look at where we can find it. And the answer to that is AWS Data Exchange. So Data Exchange is a managed AWS service which helps customers find, subscribe to, and use data in the cloud, including Web3-related data assets. This service really takes care of the undifferentiated heavy lifting, which is like data discovery or security, access management, and even integrations and automations. You can have multiple delivery mechanisms with Data Exchange. It just depends on your use case. So if you're trying to train a machine learning model on some data, you can have it delivered to you in an S3 bucket. If you already have like a Redshift data cluster, it would be making more sense for you to use the AWS Data Exchange for Redshift using data shares. Or if you want to access real-time data, you can also just call Data Exchange APIs. So now that we know the data and where to get it, let's take a look at how you can, how you can use Chainlink functions to bring that data on-chain. So this is a sample architecture on how it's going to work. A user initiates the request in their own smart contract, which in turn then calls the Chainlink function smart contract. And what happens there is the Chainlink decentralized Oracle network keeps listening to the Chainlink function smart contract, and as soon as there is a new request for data, each of those nodes in the DON independently triggers their runtimes to call data from outside the chain. And once it has received that data, it uses OCR to reach a consensus, and then one node is selected to transfer that data back onto the chain. So, in the unlikely event that one of the chains fail, one of the nodes fail, it's just another one is selected. So this really results in high reliability and trust-minimized security. Let's look at another use case. For example, AWS IoT Core. AWS IoT Core is a platform that provides tools and services for collecting, analyzing, and visualizing IoT data. It lets you connect billions of IoT devices and route trillions of messages to various AWS services without having to manage the infrastructure. And some components include identity services to handle auth Z and N, a rules engine that triggers actions on your devices, and a registry that enables automatic device registration, among various others. So let's take a look at how you can unlock possibilities from Chainlink using Chainlink functions to push data out to AWS IoT Core. This is a sample demo that stimulates a stablecoin price feed DPEG, triggering an IoT alerting device via Chainlink solutions and AWS IoT Core. What happens here is there is a mobile application in which it's a sample application in which you can destabilize a coin and hit the DPEG button. It sends a request to the mock price feed smart contract and changes the price of the stablecoin. Functions automated smart contract keeps listening to that, and it updates its value. And the next time it tries to perform an upkeep, if the value is outside of the threshold, it triggers Chainlink automation, which in turn triggers Chainlink functions, triggering IoT Core, and it triggers the device. So let's take a look at a real-life demo on how this works. OK, so here. Let's imagine the architecture that we just saw. The user clicks on the DPEG button, creates the mock, it triggers a request to the mock price feed smart contract, which and then the function smart contracts takes the updated value, sees that it's not in the threshold, triggers the Chainlink automation, which triggers the Chainlink function, and triggers IoT Core, triggering the device. And you'll see it in a second.
Stablecoin DPEG detected. Stablecoin DPEG detected. Stablecoin DPEG detected.
Yeah, so that's basically a little bit of the demo of how you can pull data into chain, also push data outside the chain to unlock various, unlimited possibilities. And I would now like to hand it off to Alex to close off. But before that, I would just like to say that if you're interested in any of these use cases, there are GitHub repos and sample code out there for you to see how this actually works. So I would highly advise talking to your Chainlink point of contact, and they'll route you to the right location. All right.
Thank you, Dev. Just to conclude, So I hope the message was clear that we're really here to support your growth, both from a technical perspective and business area as well. So if you're running nodes, craving data, looking to fundraise, looking at collaboration around go-to-market, or just if you want to challenge why AWS, which is a centralized player, do something in the Web3 space, please reach out to our team, and we'll be happy to support. Thank you very much.